Thank you for being here. Amazing question.
Check out House Hack, and then also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you. MoneyBru Show. Shout out.
Hey everyone, welcome to the MoneyBru Show here. I am with Virk. Is that correct? Virk.
Yes.
I always butcher the names. So we're at the Aspire event here in Denver, Colorado. We just heard the speaker, MoneyBru. I heard the original founder who came up and spoke about how he started Aspire. We also heard a little bit from some of the motivational speakers like Tim Story. And I just bumped into Suk and I was like, hey man, we had a Zoom call, basically. So if you haven't watched the MoneyBru Show, this is gonna be jam-packed. We bring a very cool, diverse perspective, but also people new in tech. And Suk has been part of the startup world. He has some cool things in the AI space. And then also his history comes from businesses that are like stable, like rooted, right? Like arborists who were in that space.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you, come along and see us.
So man, let's get your story and what brings you to where Suk's at today.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it was a dark and stormy night, and my mother was pregnant, and
I was like, this is the best one I've heard. I love it.
Just a little bit about my background. I think I describe myself as an insanely curious person.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, that was kind of a, or at least from other people's perspective, like, hey, focus on something, like just get a job,
Right.
And but the more that I lean into that, I realize like that's where I do well. So I went to a top 20 law school. I left towards the end of my second year to do a tech startup, which failed.
Sure. Hey.
It was one thing I was proud of is I did not take any money. So I was very, very particular about it because I wanted to have some strong foundation before I brought money in.
Yeah, I definitely don't see that as a failure either.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Jeez, that's the fact that you didn't take capital. I see so many businesses that they're desperate for capital, and it can really, like we've seen, it can burn them.
Absolutely. It's like I think a lot of times businesses, especially in the startup space, look at capital as like that's the end goal.
Oh wow.
But I mean, in my eyes, it's like that's just when you're getting started. Like all the real work starts after, because now you have people that you're accountable to.
Yes.
Who they may share your vision, they may not. You're gonna find out when everything hits the fan.
Where's my money? And,
yeah.
So that's good advice for you guys watching on the MoneyBru Show. We like to mix it up. Have investors ever like approached you for that? And would you say like, is it person to person who's going to take capital? Or
in terms of
like advice for, let's say, new startups? You came out ahead because you're not in debt. Like you're not in debt. You're not indebted to someone running your ship.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know if I have the best because my perspective on business, I'm very bullish on the idea that a business should try to make money as quickly as possible.
Awesome.
And I've seen a lot of people who focus on, so I'll give a story actually. This was just a few days ago. I go to these kava bars, they're like sober bars. And there's really, really just amazing people there, a lot of really young people there. There's this one young kid, we sit down and he's like, hey, so we just have great rapport. He's like, I think in college working, very smart kid. He's telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm a little bit stressed about money, because my paycheck's coming up and I don't have a laptop and I want to do this like clothing thing. And I just gave him a few ideas. I'm like, hey, like if you focus on your vision and you focus on who you're serving and what you want to create, and just focus on creating something very simple to start off and focus on getting your first customer, because that's the hardest part. If you knock that out, you're miles ahead. And dude, within 2 hours, he was chatting with his buddy. He turned a design around that was amazing.
Wow.
Showed it to people. He lined up 4 customers right then and there.
No way.
That's like $400 in his pocket. I mean, obviously he'd have to figure out the logistics, but
he took action.
He took action.
Wow. So that's like, I think like when I first started, I think even at this event. So if you guys don't know about Aspire, they have this all over the country, and we've been able to meet hear some really cool speakers, and we've got a full lineup this afternoon. So a little bit of a shout out. We aren't sponsored, but if you guys would ever want to, we're here. I want to dive deeper into Sukh's story. Before we do this part of the segment, we do a taste test. So this is South African tea that we get to try.
Okay.
And then we rank it from 1 to 10. Yuck to yum.
Okay, yum to yum.
Yum to yum, yuck to yum, yuck to yum. So yuck is a very common word in South Africa. We're like, yuck, oh, that's gross.
Oh.
You can get a lot of these ingredients online, Amazon, natural grocers. Most of what you see in front of me, we get online.
Sweet.
So I'll let you go ahead for it and give us our guests yuck to yum. So
Okay,
you
sweet.
try it and tell everyone what it tastes like, because some people listen too.
Yeah.
Definitely some honey in there, because we added honey.
It's very aromatic. Like I smell it before I taste it.
Oh, you got a good nose.
And it like, because I think with a lot of bag tea,
Oh yeah,
it can be kind of bland,
sure.
you know, and you have to you kind of steep it for a long time. But
This was
is
like what, a few minutes. Yeah.
yeah.
So a cool fact about this. This is called rooibos tea. It's an antioxidant. So I'm big about like natural teas. Like for example, this is yerba mate. I'm not sponsored or anything, but
Yeah.
this is the best clean energy drink I've ever had.
Sweet.
You get it at natural grocers, zero sugar, and I'll wake up and do my fast. I'm a little bit spiritual in that sense, where I want to get the day going in the right mindset.
Yeah.
Like what they talked about downstairs.
Yeah.
But this will clear you out with those antioxidants.
Nice.
It's a good night tea and morning tea, and it doesn't have caffeine.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Isn't that dope?
Yeah.
Have you heard of yerba mate? This one?
I haven't heard of this one. I've
Okay.
heard of yerba mate. I didn't really look into it that
Sure.
much. But,
That's a cool one we can dive into more. It basically has caffeine, but it's sustained and doesn't like kill your entrepreneurial
Nice.
vibe.
yeah, because it's like a natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cheers to this tea.
Cheers,
Rooibos, my friend.
absolutely. Yeah. It's
Yuck
good.
to young, 1 to 10.
I'll give this. I'll give this a 9.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one. So objective little voting there. I love it.
Yeah.
Not a 10, because 10's like, you don't grade that, right?
Yeah. There's got to be some room for improvement.
We'll
Yeah.
chop you.
Before we carry on this video, gut health. We're going to talk about this because it's super duper important. And I don't know about you, but if you've ever vomited everywhere or your kids have had intense diarrhea and you just can't figure out where your energy is going, it's definitely got something to do with your gut. So what happens is your gut's connected to everything, right? It's connected to the like nervous system of your body, but then it's also connected to how much energy you have, how much you're processing, and all that jazz. So don't be stuck on the pooper. Check this out. This book, they didn't ask me to sponsor it or even do a name drop for it, but this is Dr. Indy, and she holds a pretty cool degree in medicine and bioenergetic medicine and sacred medicine, but not just that, it's natural stuff. So like we had this issue with our kids and a tummy bug, and so to figure it out, we tried some kombucha, we tried some other things that could work, and she finally gave us some solutions in the book that actually ended up working. This is her Instagram page, and then she's also launched it on Amazon. So if you remember Travis Little from one of our episodes, he was doing all the cool creative skateboards with really unique designs, and we tried to beat his design with AI. Nothing much came from that, so that was pretty crazy that he still crushed it. But Indy's page, it's all about fitness. She works with high performance athletes, and I can tell you now as a business owner, when my gut is in a good spot, my performance is so much better as well. So I'm able to sustain high energy. I'm able to kind of push through the day. If I need to take a nap, I'll do it. But this really does help so much. Thanks guys. Enjoy the rest of the episode. And yeah, check and make sure your gut is in order. Cheers.
Downstairs, I spoke to you and I was like, yeah, I'm a visionary and like, I just want to charge. But there's always people in my life that are like, okay, dude, you need to get into the nerd zone.
Yeah.
We need to plan this and execute.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you were like, yeah, I'm an executor.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, whoa, that's you execute on this stuff. Tell us more about your story and your businesses and your entrepreneurial like lifestyle, because it's mind blowing to kind of meet you through Denny, that Japanese. He's an investor and all this stuff. But yeah, so
Okay.
I'm sure people want to know like where you're at and how did you get here.
Sure. I'll give like a brief kind of overview of the whole thing, and then we can
Yeah.
dive in where
He's
where
got
it
other
makes sense.
videos. Go find him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, on Instagram, yeah. I'll talk about that too briefly. So I left law school to do the startup, and then after that I had like I was kind of futzing around and had a blog and podcast, and so I was just doing a little bit of client work here and there. And I got into consulting in the medical clinic space.
Wow.
For optometry clinics. I just have like a natural curiosity about people and systems.
Okay.
And along with systems technology and then how people interact. So it was a really good fit with optometry clinics because at that time the industry was, going on onboarding on a technology, moving away from paper charts, and then also people were buying contacts and glasses online. So optometrists like, what the hell do we do?
And it's a great niche. Like,
Yeah,
if you don't know it, if you're a startup, like the medical industry, I mean, funding is everywhere.
yeah.
Advice is everywhere. Professionals. So what a good leap. I'm wondering how did that going from that law experience into that, did that carry over for you?
I would say yeah, in the sense of in law, I took like a law and entrepreneurship class to understand how system level things on a legal perspective can have an impact. So for example, why does California have so many startups compared to Boston, MIT? Both Stanford and MIT, amazing schools, but the key difference is California is a lot more lenient with people leaving a company and jumping to another company, which is great for startups because you can, it's very competitive to pull talent. Boston doesn't have that same kind of legal, implication on the employment side.
Fascinating.
And how that applied to optometry was understanding how, like, I was in Washington, how Washington State was basically making it easier for optometrists to do more procedures that ophthalmologists would normally do. Ophthalmologists normally do surgeries, and because they're making it easier, because there's not enough ophthalmologists, so the states are like, hey, we should offload this work. Yeah,
Brilliant.
and you can't compete with hands-on work online. So it was a really good way for these clinics to become more competitive.
And this also like I like to go into rapid fire, and then we'll go out of rapid fire, and I want to go into some of this arborist business and then AI from there.
Yeah.
We may actually catch AI on the next 10-minute section, but
Sure.
okay, rapid fire. So morning or night person?
Oh, night. I think I'm a night. I try to be morning, but
Breakfast or lunch or dinner?
shoot. I think I like lunch.
What type of lunch?
Whatever's quickest.
Nice. Favorite investment?
Favorite investment? Well, right now, Boomer. Boomer, baby. This is not financial advice.
Yes, please.
Boomer is a very speculative meme coin asset, but I'm all in, baby. Yeah.
Let's go. So even I was just chatting about how I was looking at Tesla double shorts, double long shorts, and then double shorts, because it feels like Amazon right now with Tesla.
Yeah.
And definitely something you can leverage as a business owner is investments, and it teaches you about companies.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite book, if you have a book or a movie?
Oh, that's a good. Movie. I'll just say Dune 2. I really like
Dune
Dune.
2, man. I heard
That's
so much
easy.
about that.
Yeah.
I need to get past number 1. Okay.
Yeah. That's like an easy answer. Yeah.
Nice. And then if you had a dream car or some sort of vehicle, what?
I would say it's my truck right now.
Nice. You got a truck?
I got a Ford F-150. It was for the business. You know.
Okay.
I could tow stuff. And,
Deduct the whole thing.
yeah. And I just love truck. It's
Good.
simple. It's nice, for me. And yeah.
American made, can't go wrong. I think
Yeah.
Ford.
Yeah.
Somewhat, right? Like put together.
Yeah.
And then last one is like, what is your favorite mentor that you look up to, or even if it's not a mentor?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. I have a lot of mentors, some who I've met and some who I have not met. And I say that because I think we can learn from everybody. And I will say on that note, tell me if I'm going too far long with the rapid fire.
No, you're crushing it.
to me, I personally believe, people say if you're not the smartest in the room, get out of the room.
Something like that.
I think you can learn from everybody because everyone has an experience that we have not had.
Man,
And in that sense, like if I'm, let's say, creating something for kids, the kids don't understand. No, but I can understand their world. What do they see? And especially now with the younger generations, where they understand technology, so they're so brave, like just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, we got to meet him like here.
Dude,
This is why I brought Sukh on the show.
I appreciate it.
He kind of knows the world of all these things. But we're going to wrap this segment and then catch you guys on the AI segment, a little bit more of his Arbor story. And then, who knows where this journey goes. How do they find you online?
I don't search for me on the internet.
Okay. Hey, we all have stuff. Dirty laundry.
I would say
business.
My website is visionmanagers.com.
Awesome.
And on Instagram, I would say Sukhneet.s. That's SUKHNEET.
Perfect.
.s.
And we'll put that up down here. So
Sweet.
Also, guys, always remember to hit that subscribe button. We'll probably put a very cute like SpongeBob on the next screen. And if you do, hit that thumbs up and you'll see more of that SpongeBob or whatever. Maybe he's dancing on screen. Don't forget to comment. We're doing merchandise competitions every now and again. We'll give away some merch. And then come and check out our AI workshop called Maximize AI Workshop. I'm always exploring public speaking, trying to get better with you guys. If you want to be on the show, let us know. And then if you know of guests who want to be on the show, also let us know. Anyways, that's it. Cheers, as I always say. Cheers. See you on the next one.
I'll do this. Hey everyone, check out Ben Mallah, always on Graham Stephan's show. This is the MoneyBru Show. Like, share, subscribe.
Here we go, baby. Time to make some money.
That's right. Do some marketing there, right? All the channel and everyone. Thanks, Ben.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you.
Thank
Can I do
you.
one photo?